Welcome back inside Lighthouse. I'm super excited to bring you on a tour of our shop space. Lighthouse Mobile Detailing, Lighthouse Installation Services, and Lighthouse Pressure Washing all use this space as our workshop. Our workshop is everything that we possibly need to fix anything on a day-to-day basis, and we've put a ton of time, resources, and energy into making this the best that we possibly could. We've been in this space for about a year, and it's expanded and grown so much and gotten so much better. We're really excited to show you what lets us be super versatile and agile in our small businesses. This is the way that the shop space looks when we close up at the end of the day and it gets really compact and tight. We're at about 1,000 square feet here, and as soon as we pull everything else out, this place opens up a ton. And having everything on wheels, we basically have modular design that lets us do whatever we want to do at any given time. So I'm really excited to bring it to you, and I hope you enjoy it. All of our handled equipment that we need is up on the wall, and really been a lot of help because we're so organized. We know where everything is at any given time. My hope for you guys is that you get both ideas but also inspired to make your space better. This is something that drives me, but I think for a lot of small business owners it's really important that we start to look at how our processes are in place so that as the company grows, new people can come in and they know exactly where stuff is. And so even from day one, I was organizing the space as if I had 20 and 30 people, because I knew that one day somebody was going to go grab the shovel off the wall and they were going to know exactly where that was. It's just part of our business now, and so hopefully you take some of our kind of hard-fought experience and apply it to your business so it's not that difficult. The gas station, as I call it, one day I realized that I really needed to come up with something that would keep our gas and propane protected. So this is kind of what we came up with. We got this gas caddy. The shelving allowed us to get it up off the ground, which is really nice because it's all gravity fed. But this lets us keep all of our gas in one spot. It's really convenient to kind of unload and fill up a generator or whatever we need to fill up. Also, we tend to take a lot of gas with us on site, so all of our gas containers stay in the same spot. Anything involved with storage will stay in here also. As I started to get out of the mindset of me alone, me as a small business, I started thinking about the safety of my employees and the safety of the other tenants in the building, and this was the result. So we actually have two sides of this. One is the gas, the propane, which we use a ton of in the wintertime when we're trying to heat up spaces for the spray foam company. Forklift propane and other propane. We've got some scrap steel up on the top, but anything that's flammable from a fuel standpoint stays in here. It's a non-negotiable for me. The guys know that. I think it really adds a lot to the space, and it lets us do things that other people can't do, like store a lot of fuel without being concerned about fires. This is the forklift. If you've seen our other video with us moving the trailer attachment that lets us do that, it's just a trailer hitch adapter for the forks. Super versatile. It's added so much to what we do. On this side of the shop space, this is going to be changing here really soon. We actually have plans to build kind of a mini elevator up in this corner with a winch that I have, a platform, and all the scaffolding is going to go on that platform and be raised up 10 feet. So that we can start utilizing the cubic feet. I remember watching a video a couple years ago, somebody talking about the difference between square footage and cubic footage, and how important it is to look at a space from a cubic footage perspective versus from a square footage perspective. Because if we were just depending upon square feet, the space would be way too small. The drill press is new to us. We just added it. I haven't even got to use it very much. Having a forklift, it kind of made sense to add a pallet rack. So right now we have like all of our winter stuff up on the pallet rack that we were grabbing on a pretty daily basis. But on top is our pressure washing pallet that we use for the pressure washing company. What we've been able to do is use the forklift to make interchangeable components to our business so that we can use two trucks to do three different things. I think that this is pretty innovative. I think this is something that more businesses can do and they're not doing. All we needed to do was make a pallet designed specifically for the pressure washing company. And anytime we have a pressure washing job, we can use one of the two trucks by taking that pallet out with the forklift and putting it into the back of the truck and move on to the project. So as you can see, as we're kind of progressing, most of this space is used for the installation. It's because Next time or one of these times coming up here soon, we're gonna be showing you the detail shop, which is right next door. But this next space that we have is for everything, and it's kind of our little workshop space. I'm pretty proud of it. I think it's pretty neat. The entire goal of this workshop was to have one spot where we could fix small engines, troubleshoot our spray foam gun, troubleshoot pumps, troubleshoot whatever we needed to do, and that really takes a lot of money. It takes a lot of infrastructure, it takes a lot of investment. This though, over time, is gonna save us hundreds of thousands of dollars. A simple repair on a pump could be $200, even maybe a new pump, and we're able to fix things super easy. So we start with our compressor. This was actually a gift from the guy that we took over the space from next door, probably a couple $1,000s, if not more, brand new, and he gave it to us for 200 bucks, which was huge. So we actually have that plumbed between this shop and the shop next door. So we were able to run some air hoses, some fittings to be able to feed the shop next door. So the detail shop has plenty of air, probably has 200 hours on it maybe over the last 20 years. I think it will last for another 20 or 30 years, so for 200 bucks, it's pretty good. Everything in my mind is about storage and kind of raising that storage off the ground. So everything that we have stored is going to be pretty much in this location or up on top. Every morning, one of our guys will go here and grab what we need for the day. But everything from a battery charger to a nail gun to anything we need is in this area. This area is kind of what I'm most happy with. What I think is really neat is all of this stuff is on wheels, so if we want to pull anything out, we can and just disconnect and go with the welding table. This is going to get a new top on it here pretty soon, but I mean, from being in the corner to being in the center of the space where we have plenty of room, everything can be moved. So it's super versatile. We don't have any kind of problems with space. This was a new addition to the space, along with the grinding wheel. Can't remember what that thing's called, but really useful. This is for deburring the material after we cut it for metal projects. I was going through a lot of time setting something up in the vise, taking the grinder, grinding off the edge so that we could have a nice fit up, and this was a necessary component. So we do buy things that we may not need right now fully, but in the future we're going to be doing so many metal projects that this is going to save us, really crucial seconds as we go. Everything about this space is about storage and easy access. All of our pneumatic tools are hanging, so they're able to be grabbed. We have about everything that you would need there. Drills, and obviously we like Milwaukee stuff, so when Milwaukee sees this, hopefully they send us some stuff. Nice to be able to buy a few batteries and use all the tools for what you need. But I think this is kind of next level, over the top for most companies. And obviously every single piece of this is expensive, but all these magnetic holders make it really easy to grab what you need. Yeah, all our grinding wheels are up, hanging up with our one of our grinders next to it. And most of the stuff that we use is battery, just because it's came such a long way. So go from 0 to grinding in 2 seconds. That was always kind of my hope, is that this was like a fantasy factory for us, where we're able to build whatever we want, where troubleshooting or having a problem isn't an issue, it's an opportunity to do something really cool. And so all of these components that we've built has become really fun, because the guys they value it, they made it, it's theirs, they made it personal to them, and they take care of it, and they treat it with respect, and they continue to improvise and continue to have new ideas that they apply. It's really cool to watch as an owner. Eventually we'll go over the Toolbox Tour, which is kind of something that everybody does, but we have everything that you would need. Everything is organized just like the rest of the shop. From an electric drawer where everything is electrical, from soldering to some of our bigger tools that we're able to kind of keep in one spot. This is projects that we have kind of on the docket, ready to go. A fan ventilation top to our trailer so that it can draw some of the heat out during the summertime. It's going to be something we're going to be doing here pretty soon. We've got a couple security cameras to install, which these blink cameras are awesome. Obviously, this whole place is rigged with different types of security. It's important. But I keep on adding in different cameras, different angles, so I can see what's going on, especially on the detail side. Almost everything has been bought on Amazon. Everything specialty obviously has to come from a supplier, but I hope that this is an introduction to what we're going to bring you in the future, because if you have any questions on what we've done, everything is available online. It's really cool that we can kind of make this seamless for you. But we'll eventually get further into this. What you would see in a woodworking shop, it's just a shop vac that's connected to a cyclone kind of dust collector, so it can keep your shop vac from getting all gunked up. This is one of the things we just built. It's a Harbor Freight cart, just a $100 Harbor Freight cart that we cut the side off and cut the top off of and put 3 different welding machines on, so that we can be kind of super agile with the way that we move. We were running into a lot of problems where it wasn't quite long enough and you've got 3 different machines issue. So within 5 minutes I can be welding something. And with the heavy duty vise on this table, man, it's super valuable. And anybody who's worked in a shop space knows that this is taking a lot of time, but it's more than worth it. It changes the way that a business operates. This is something new that we just did. We have 2 bathrooms in a 1,000 square foot shop. I don't understand why. I think it was from like the 50s or 60s when they needed 2 bathrooms, but this is our newest kind of storage area. This was also a continuation of needing to get stuff that could blow up out of the way. So we needed to figure out a way to get like paint cans, anything that was aerosol out of the way of flames and sparks. And this was kind of the result. So I think this is my strong suit. Taking spaces that don't really make a lot of sense and adding a lot of process and workflow to them. I don't see why any of you guys wouldn't want to do that. So you don't have to recreate the wheel. You can just take what we did. All this stuff, I mean, even from the aerosol can holder, that's an Amazon purchase. Everything that we have in stock is really Amazon. It's from the silicone to the gallon of soap, it's all Amazon stuff. And then kind of sprinkled in with some Home Depot stuff that's really easy to get your hands on. We're planning on bringing you weekly content. So every week we're gonna have a video for you that is gonna deal with one of our 3 businesses. Hopefully it inspires you to subscribe to the channel and follow us as we continue to grow both personally and professionally. And we really look forward to seeing you next time inside Lighthouse.